So today we're trying the Nobu Miso Cod recipe. I've heard great things about it. It's 4 ingredients. They're all gut healthy fermented products that you're putting into it. Super easy. You just need sake, mirin, uh, miso, and I'm using amazake instead of regular sugar. So let's see how this turns out. Let's try.
So let me just show you the 4 ingredients. I have the sake here, the mirin, miso. I'm using the mellow white miso, and there's my homemade amazake. So let's get the pot heated up. We're gonna start on high heat because we want to cook this. We wanna cook off the alcohol. So this is 1/4 cup mirin, 1/4 cup. Everything's gonna be a 1/4 cup, so it's gonna be super, super easy. We are adding the mirin first, then the sake. The order really isn't too important. It's just you want the sake and the mirin first, and make sure it's heating up. And the sake obviously has alcohol. The mirin is also fermented, and you just want to cook that a little bit. And this is the miso. Just tap it until it falls out, but we had liquids before, so it should fall out pretty easily. Then as this is cooking, you just want to grab a whisk and mix it all together because you want it to be melted, you want it to be consistent. It's going to be your marinade, so let's just whisk this until it's all mixed together. Once that's mixed together, I'm going to get the amazake ready, and I actually turn the heat off because I don't want to heat it too much since it is the fermenting good bacteria, and so I am going to use again that 1/4 cup measuring and measure in an approximate 1/4 cup. And if you want it sweeter, put more because the amazake is not as sweet as regular sugar. So I don't like things super, super sweet, but we're going to give this a try. It's better than regular sugar, so I'm adding the amazake. It's still hot and bubbling, but I'm just going to give this a quick stir and then take it off the heat.
A good chef always tastes, right? So I'm gonna try the miso. And it's cooked, so it's good. It's sweet, but not super sweet. Now let's see how this does 2 to 3 days in.
All right, let's get that fish ready. I got my cod from Costco, and so it's a 2-pounder-ish, a little short of 2 pounds, but we're just gonna open this up. And the big thing is going to be that you wanna pat it dry. You don't want all the watery stuff coming out from the fish. You wanna pat it as dry as possible before we cut it up and we marinate it. So let's pat this dry, then we'll cut it up, and then we will put it in our bowl to marinate and sit for at least 2 days. Let's coat these beauties with our room temperature miso marinade. And I'm just gonna dump everything in, and then we will make sure it's coated on all the different sides. We want it to be on every little surface. So let's do that, and that's really it. It's pretty easy. Let's get it all soaked up. The waiting might be the hardest part, but we have waited 2.5 days. I was eager, probably better if you do more, but anyway, I'm putting it in a bigger dish so it's in a single layer, and I'm scraping off the excess marinade because it does burn easily. It has sugar and all of that, so you just want it to be not super coated with the marinade. And then I'm putting it in a 400-degree oven. I'm using my toaster oven that also works as a convection oven. I'm going to start with 15 minutes. But the fatter, thicker ones might need some additional time. So let's give it a little check. This is after 15 minutes. And it's not super soft pulling apart, but it definitely looks cooked and it looks yummy. It smells yummy. I cannot wait to try it. As you can see, I did put the thicker ones back in for an extra 5 minutes with a little extra of the marinade because I wanted more flavor and softer. Here's the finished product, the miso cod with some additional roasted veggies. Let's give it a taste test.
Itadakimasu. So I'll take a little bit of the cod here. The texture is good. The texture is what I've had in restaurants. The flavor is a little light. It is good. It's sweet. It's miso-y, but it's a little light. So I might up the miso for next time. Even though I followed the instructions. Or I may even leave it for longer to marinate. Maybe that will be even better. But the thinner pieces did a lot better than the fat ones. I think you saw some of the super thick ones that were in there. Those definitely needed a little more flavor, but overall, I'm still pretty happy with it. And I think it's still worth giving a try. I'll definitely tweak it some more, but I can't stop eating it. So, oh, lost that. But give it a try. Let me know if you do, and I'll see you next time.